Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss. And today's bike vlog, I want to talk about giving up alcohol. You know, if you want a real successful weight loss journey, giving up alcohol every day can be very successful. Especially if you're someone that does drink a lot. It's all just empty calories. Especially like beer and shit, it turns to sugar. Wine is very high in sugar. And all of it is just full of calories that you're literally consuming by drinking, which is crazy. It's like consuming soda, but better, But that being said, the idea is, if you want to drink every day and still lose weight, they have low carb beers, they have those nasty White Claws, they have alternatives. But what happens when you drink alcohol? Makes you tired, makes you hungry, makes you sloppy, So these are all things that are going to hinder you, So I would truly suggest giving up alcohol on the day-to-day and do it how I do it. When I am going to a party, if I'm going somewhere and I know I want to drink, I always do it on my cheat day. I always have one day where I consume sometimes excess sugars, carbs. I don't adhere everything into my usual diet. I might have some fast food or something to break up the monotony of the regular diet. But case in point, if I'm going to a party and I know, I want to drink at that party, I'm not going to starve myself. But when I go to that party and I start fucking eating everything instead of doing that, I just start drinking. And I know this is going to sound silly and arbitrary and weird, but just like your food, you know what you have to do with your alcohol? You gotta track it. You have to track you consumed 7 beers? Just take a picture, It's the easiest thing to do. Whatever you're drinking, take a picture of the label. It's gonna have the calorie facts on it. Do the math later. Fuck, I consumed 500 something calories of beer. At least you know. You know what you're putting in your body. You know when you step on the scale, how it's gonna look. And alcohol is going to make you feel like shit. When you do your cheat day like that, and you're not consuming as much food, you might feel like shit because of that, because you didn't give your body enough food. Now, there's one thing I've been using. I've used it twice now, it works great. It's called ZBiotic. You can buy it on Amazon. You drink it before you drink alcohol, and it helps with that gut feeling, that feeling of wanting to throw up the next day. I've used it twice now. The last 2 times I drink, I've yet to have that feeling of, I'm sick, or I want to throw up. But the headache, don't get me wrong, you're still gonna have a headache. You will still have that compounding head pain. It don't help your head at all. It's for your gut. And not only does it make me not want to throw up or feel shitty, but it doesn't make me consume. If you've ever had a hangover, you want to consume. Your body's trying to put nutrients in. It's trying to push out the poisons of alcohol. So you're more likely to consume any calories. Like whatever you can find, you're trying to fucking consume that shit. That doesn't happen after I drink the ZBiotic. I feel fine. I'm able to maintain and continue my regular diet afterwards on the next day. And sometimes I feel even better. Because sometimes the mental effects of alcohol can be helpful. There's a lot of negative associated with alcohol. A lot. Not just like the driving aspect, but just your overall health can suffer from too much alcohol. Your liver and things like that. But in moderation, I feel like it's can do wonders. I might drink some alcohol once, maybe every 2 months. It's really only like a social setting aspect kind of thing. But it's not something I cut out completely. And it's just, alcohol can be a very love-hate relationship for some people. And if you're consuming it every day, you probably have a bigger problem than your weight. But if you're someone that likes to drink occasionally, you could probably benefit from only drinking on your cheat days, tracking what you're putting in, and understanding, hey, maybe I don't consume the usual breakfast on my cheat day, Because when I have my cheat days, I'll be using the whole day. When the breakfast, I'm eating something I normally wouldn't eat, whether it's like a fast food breakfast sandwich or some tacos. I'll be living it up on my cheat days, let me tell you. And you have to make your diet fun, you know? And one way to do that is bust out some alcohol on the cheat days. Have good balance, you know? If you're doing everything properly for your cheat day, then you're tracking what you're consuming on your cheat day. You track what you consume on your cheat day, not to make yourself feel bad, but to understand the numbers. When you go back to training, you see the numbers, you have a better understanding of what you're doing, of how the weight is falling, and where you're going on your journey. So by now, you know, if you've been doing it enough, you're gonna know, say you consume X amount of calories on your cheat day, you can cut that into a certain portion and then have alcohol supplement and say, oh, instead of having 500 calories of this, where it was like cakes and cookies and donuts and shit, you don't have any dessert. You eat just fucking meat, carbs and shit, and that's it for that day, and then you're just fucking consuming alcohol as your dessert. Sounds crazy, sounds weird, but it can be fun, and it's an easy way to control yourself in that way. You know, if you're someone that can't control how much drinks he has, after 5 drinks you can't stop drinking, maybe you shouldn't drink at all. And that's something else you gotta look at too. For some people, maybe quitting alcohol altogether is the best answer for your weight loss journey. You know, if you're someone that needs it, that wants it, I was drinking too many Diet Dr. Peppers. And even though they don't have, it's 0 calories and 0 sugar and shit, I know I shouldn't be consuming that much of it. Because anything in excess can be too much for you, can be bad. Anything. And it really came down to, I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. I was like, I gotta have me a Diet Dr. Pepper. And I realized I don't want to have that feeling with anything. Nothing in my life do I want to have this brain chemistry of, I need it. I shouldn't need anything other than fucking sleep and water and cardio. But the idea of, I needed it, I didn't like that. And if you have that with alcohol, you just gotta stop. And you can bring it back. You know, I had a Diet Dr. Pepper yesterday, but I hadn't had one in weeks. You know, everything in moderation, it's a saying that gets said, but it's really something that you have to look at because it's true. And it's the opposite as well. You could have something perceived as healthy, but you're consuming so much of it, it becomes unhealthy. And you don't want to fall into that. You know, the idea is that I think you can have a healthy weight loss journey and still consume alcohol sometimes. It's just about planning. It's about not consuming it every day. You know, I tell you about sodas. You want a soda, have one on your cheat day. It's the same concept. You want to have a beer, you want to have some fucking vodka or whiskey, do it on your cheat day. Have a day for that. You're going to control it more. You're going to see the stats, and you're going to feel better for it overall. Your body will thank you if you can regulate your alcohol use in ways like that. You know, alcohol, like I said, can be very fun, but it can be very dangerous. It can be very harmful. And you have to understand that and recognize that and see where it fits into your weight loss journey. No one's weight loss journey is the same as someone else's. Everyone's is going to be unique and different. It's all about finding that perfect balance for you, for your journey. Well, hope you guys start your weight loss journeys. Stay positive.